Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back on our YouTube account, 46-42. That is right, guys. Only a couple more stages in this chapter is complete. One thing I did want to look at before we get into some more progression is Thorin, guys. So this is the setup that I'm running on Thorin. A lot of players are saying that the Thorin cheese never, ever in a million years works. As we know from seeing the video, seeing the stages, it does work incredibly well. I am running the tier 3 weapon, tier 3 boots. Now I am running the tier 0, just the faction helmet, guys, to add on to the crit that he actually possesses in here. And then I'm running the Zealot's plate. This is, of course, to add onto the accuracy. Now, getting him built, guys, unlocking the signature item, very important. Getting the plus 30 signature item gives him a second time to actually do the retaliation ability. For the furniture, the 3 of 9 on him does work, not really a big need for it. 9 of 9, the exact same thing. It does give him a little bit of energy, but not really a big requirement. Now, one thing, guys, is the engraving. Do not engrave Thorin by any means, guys. There's absolutely not a reason to engrave him at all. If you really wanted to engrave him, you could go for just a little bit to get up the accuracy and the crit. Physical pierce and haste, that is really it, guys. If you're looking at the build on what some players do use, it is an 11 engraving. I engraved Thorin the day that engraving came out. So he was actually one of my very first heroes that I did engrave. So I made the mistake of engraving him when he came out. Now at this point, guys, and a lot of players have been talking about the engraving resets. As of right now, there is nothing that is coming when it comes to these engraving resets, or at this point, there's not going to be an engraving reset. We've only seen, I believe, again, at this point, 2, minus the one that we've seen for Sonya and the one that we've seen for the Awakened version of Belinda. Now, both those where we did see that engraving reset, the logic behind those were because the hero was fundamentally broken. There was a flaw, there was a rework, there was something going on that they actually did fundamentally change those heroes, which of course is the big reason why we did see the engraving resets on this. Now, guys, the Thorin cheese, again, it's undeniable how well this works. Even looking at players that are much lower, at a level that I am at right now, even looking at players that are actually at a higher level than I am at this stage, guys, we're running 124 or 224 level deficiency. They're still running the Thorin cheese. Now, I looked at some of the team in here that did not have the Thorin cheese technically going on right now, where they were not running the Thorin cheese in this level. They were on about level 7. I think it was around 740 something. So, I mean, even on my build, guys, they have about 40 levels on where I'm at. So we're going to have to try this out quite a few times, guys. We're going to get this Thorin cheese to work. Really, really hoping that we can get it to work pretty quickly. I usually stop it during the Thorin cheese so we can actually go through, try some other combat, see if we can get this to work, guys. And I'm going to see if we can. All right, guys, so we did get the stage down, and good news is it was without the Thorin cheese. That is right, guys. I was testing a couple different formations. We got the Awakened version of Thane to actually work in this one. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do the replay. So it was the Awakened version of Thane. We had Ezio, Albedo, we had Leonardo, and of course, Mortis up here for the buffs. Right off the bat, guys, boom. Mortis ults, buffing up the Awakened version of Thane. We have the ultimate ability of Leonardo locking everyone out, guys, just allowing Thane to go absolutely crazy. Once you take down Ullard back here, we know when you look at the campaign stages, Ullard is a nightmare to deal with, guys. But even looking here at Orthos, it took a lot to take Orthos down, guys. But we did finally get the stage done. Thane got picked up 5 kills right there, doing a lot of damage, guys. Almost 70 billion damage in that stage, bringing us to 46-43. Again, I knew it would be a long time. It would be a lot to come through here. So 662, guys. We're at 703 already, just short of 704. But we know the Alna-Grezhul combination, super, super strong, guys, does again have kind of a RNG factor that we have to get over. If we can get Solus to ult early, if we can get Grez's minions up, chances are it's going to be kind of a slow burn to get these targets down. But this team we know works incredibly well. Boom, one target, just like dominoes, guys, they fall. even though Alna went down, I'm hoping the retaliation right there. Mizalth goes down. Means it's just going to be a slow burn here. Look at the minions we are stacking up in here with Grez. Very, very easy to get that one done, guys. 32 billion, 36 billion, almost 20 billion in there from Grez, which of course brings us to boss stages, guys. Again, I hop in the available formations, look for someone that's around where I'm at. So around 703, some of these guys 732, so a little bit higher there, 740, even higher. Right around here, 671. See, 671's good. Thorin cheese again in there. We have Lucretia in there. We have the Alna-Grezhul. So pretty solid formations that you put up in here. I'm going to go ahead and copy these. Now, one thing that I did note, guys, is this player does have higher level pets. So considerably higher level pets in here. But again, guys, the Charmazard works pretty well in formations. Just take some RNG, guys. This is, again, probably similar to the Thorin cheese formation. This is a combination that does come with a lot of RNG factor, because just like we've seen right there, guys, if they turn Mihira around with Nemisu's totems, and we see this a lot, if she actually does get turned around with those totems, it kind of ruins or wrecks the whole formation, guys, right off the bat. So as long as we can keep the charm going one way, also have a lot of RNG factor when it comes to the actual buffing that we get from Khazard. So Khazard, of course, provides a lot of crowd control within these formations. If he gets that critical strike, he will freeze the enemies essentially. Even though here he can't freeze when it comes to Scrank. So we don't have the freeze there, but there we go. So there's one. Boom, got some frozen targets over there. Brutus gets frozen, which of course means dies pretty easy on there. We need Rowan to crowd control. There's another charm. Going to be a slow burn. Zap burning, of course, his own team. And look at that, guys. Look at the crowd control that Khazard is putting up right here. Rowan, of course, just providing additional crowd control. Zorath slowly burning it down. And that's why I said, guys, this is the RNG factor that we have to have work in this formation. But boom, we get it done, guys. We get the first stage done. Again, RNG factor. Of course, stage number 2, we are looking at the 5 pull with Thorin. Again, the Thorin cheese, guys, we know how I feel about it. It works. Oh, that almost see Tassie dodge. That is the reason why we increased the accuracy on the Thorin cheese. If you look, the first time that he did that retaliation ability, there was only one target left. So we almost, if we wouldn't have gotten the dodge in there, there we go. You got it done that easy, guys. 2 attempts on that Thorin cheese. But like I said, with that retaliation ability, if it does happen, it can't be dodged. It can't get that dodge factor in there, guys. And of course, this is a heavy crowd control team, guys. Losing Raku, losing Scarlet early is absolutely not going to work, guys. We got to get the crowd control off, which of course is right off the bat with Leonardo. He does provide some solid crowd control. As long as we can keep Raku up, which he did die there again. And again, these battles, guys, this is the reason why we got off of the macros. We got into the auto battling. So actually just being able to run through this, as we know, the difficulty of the campaign continues to increase. The RNG aspect, the amount of attempts you have to do in these game modes has just increased dramatically. And there it is, guys. There's the RNG factor of getting these teams down. And of course, guys, dealing with Ullard. Insta-kill from Ezio. Big difference in here, guys. And this one, of course, we're going to see a lot of Lucretia buffs. We're hoping Granite dies really fast, which of course petrifies the enemy, allowing Lucretia just to run through and crush the enemies, guys. Once that petrify goes off, guys, it gives Lucretia the free reign to just dominate formations, guys. This one, of course, we have to build up to Zyra with the healing mist a little bit. I feel like it would make a really big difference in here. Mortis only got 1 buff up, but Oden, of course, if Oden is left in the back and Oden is allowed to scale, there's really no stopping him. If they keep Grez up, Grez has the ability to tank with the minions. If we can get Oden to scale, it will complete our boss stage, guys. 4644, which is incredible. So much progression through here. And again, is it worth the Stargazer cards? Probably not whatsoever, but you know what? I get the engraving mats, the AFK rewards go up a little bit. So pushing in here a little bit, even if they do make some adjustments within the Misty Valley and a couple other game modes, will already be above and beyond those requirements if they continue to add more loot into the Misty Valley. Now, also remember with this, guys, is the dynamic campaign. A lot of players ask about this as well. With the dynamic campaign, guys, as players continue to make progression through here, so even now having Mickey and Sono Rez behind where we're at, as more players continue to push through this progression, the levels actually get reduced. So the campaign does get easier as players do progress through there, which is a pretty cool aspect to AFK Arena. Boom, there's Desira's ult, which means Rez is going to have time to get more of those minions up. There they are, guys. Desira is awesome, guys, with that ultimate ability. Boom, you got minions that are immune. It works very, very well, guys. Kren there at the back took out Desira, but he just got fried. Should have this one down, guys. Even though Desira went down, I think we got it, which we do. There we go. Let's check out the damage. 4644 is done, guys. Looking here, 10 billion, 19 billion on that one. Thorin, 62 billion damage, guys. That is incredible. Almost 50 billion, 22 there from Raku, so not too bad. And of course, Lucretia, guys, putting up 60 billion damage, which again is kind of crazy. And then 30 and 37 billion from Grez. So even though he is a tank, guys, he is putting up 37 billion damage, which again is kind of unheard of. So 725 right here. Pain is a little bit higher than I'd like. 719 again, just a little bit higher. And I look where the pets are at. I look at the formations. Might be able to get this one to work. I know they have quite a few levels on us, but again, we might be able to get this one work. Sometimes it's like this. We'll try it 2, 3, 4 times. There isn't any way that it's going to work. And again, big difference when it comes to gaining levels, guys, because not only do we gain the levels, but we also do get those sub levels in there. We got to see if Silas is just going to die out instantly every single time. Not even going to have a chance to get this done. And of course, the heroes were built up a little bit more. This one, the Awakened Vert, 671, but there is, you know what, I want to try this one. Now looking level 18 Wing Lion. Even though I do not have Belinda built up very high, a lot of players were saying very, very effective, but see, again, this formation is not going to work. Due to Belinda's power, I don't have her built up enough in here to get Halos's buff right off the bat, which means, again, we're not going to be able to go with that formation. 650 with Alna-Grezhul, absolutely. Some of the formations, guys, that you have to remember, fundamentally, some of them do not work based on the heroes you have, based on the pets, based on some of the builds. You have to fundamentally have certain heroes within here to get these formations to work as they are intended to work. Again, without some of them, they do not work. They will not work, regardless of how many tries you put them through. 25 billion there, 45 billion. Running the rare pet with that one. Went with the Dreary Ball in that one. So Samia seems to be a little bit lower. Look at that Raku with Mishka in here. I think those are going to be some good formations to follow. Even though, again, the pet's a little bit lower, then we could actually run. We could put some probably bigger pets in here, but I just want to get this done, guys. I want to see where we can push. Here, of course, Leonardo Raku, absolutely awesome formation to actually put together because, of course, we have the amplification. Even in here, guys, if we did the Phantasmoth, would probably make a big difference on Raku if he can get those buffs. Boom, crowd control's up, which means Raku can go crazy with damage, guys. And also Scarlet can go crazy with damage. Zolrath, of course, coming back. We got crowd control. Should have this one, should be able to get this one done. And look at the minions, guys. Grez is trying his hardest to keep those minions up. There's the crowd control. Look how tough Grez is, guys. Getting through those minions. But we got it. We got that one done. Very nice. 68 billion, almost 70 billion. And I'm probably sure about 40 billion of that was just pumped straight into Grez's minions. All right, guys, let's keep going. We're getting really lucky with the Santa formations. And this, of course, Bagayo with some crowd control. Just got to get Lucretia buffed off early, which we did. Just got to get the damage. The damage amp was up there. And even here, guys, with the Beguile ability, you'll see Isolde will turn around at the beginning. He is actually charmed from the very, very beginning, guys. If Mortis can get a buff off, which Mortis did not, if Mortis can get that buff off, Lucretia's damage just goes through the roof, which sometimes it doesn't matter just because she puts out so much damage, guys. Not sure we're going to be able to get through Meatball. It's going to be a slow burn, guys. Look at the shields and the blocks. 30 seconds left, and we did not get it down. Mizoth, of course, guys, being fully built out still does incredibly well. We're looking at level 933 here for the deficiency. If I can get Mortis to ult, again, a little bit faster, if we can get that buff up on Lucretia, might make a big difference. But even here, guys, again, dealing with Mizoth in this one. It's going to take some RNG to get him down. We just need Mishka to live up a little bit longer. That way we can get Mortis to ult. If we can get Mortis to ult, which there, literally, he was right at the ult, guys. Full energy on that one. But sometimes the RNG factor in this, again, will take a hero like Mizoth out early, which will allow us to actually finish this, guys, because he will die faster. He'll die earlier than the other heroes. It's going to be close in this one again. If we can get through the shield. 20 seconds left. Look at how tough he is getting through here, guys. I don't think... Oh. We can get it. I'm going to try this one or two more times, guys. If we don't get it, I'm going to swap out the pet in here. I'm going to hop in a different pet. As much as I like the Dreary Ball, we have a couple more that'll do a little bit more damage in here. Yeah, let's swap out. So one of the pets, of course, really big in here is the dragon. So the dragon will actually put some more damage, will put some more buffs out there for Lucretia. That'll actually make her just a little bit stronger in here, which of course can take down targets a little bit faster with the buffs. Again, we get right back to this one. Gonna be close again, guys. It looks like we took down the damage a little bit. But remember, guys, when her buff ends, not as much damage. So here comes the pet. They still ran out on that one. We could also pick up some haste from the owl if we wanted to use the owl or the winged lion. All of them pretty good pets. And again, guys, the RNG factor in here makes a big difference. Even fighting Mizoth, so we didn't have to move. Pick up Mizoth. Let me try the winged lion in here. This is the strongest pet I got, is the winged lion. Well, of course, we could put Talisman in here as well, just because Talisman, of course, is going to offer crowd control. Level 9 Talisman will offer some of the crowd control factor in there. Even with Mizoth, and even there, guys, you can see the crowd control factor that Talisman does provide in these formations. But let me try the lion. You know what? The original pet probably could have worked. Just playing around with them, seeing what we can do. And again, if we could get Mortis to buff. There we go, guys. Mortis buffed. Let's see if this is going to make the big difference in here. Because, of course, Mortis is greed. I'm going to do a lot more damage in here. There we go, guys. That is all we needed, was Mortis to buff. Winged Lion probably helped out quite a bit. Let's see. 296 million, so not too big, guys, but 78.66 million damage, bringing us to 4648. Incredible, guys. And again, Santa has some good formations, starting off with the 5-pull Thorin cheese, guys. And this one has Khazard. Now, Khazard, guys, very important. One thing with Khazard that I had to do, and we've said this before, guys, is we have to remove Khazard's gear in here. The big reason is if you have a built-up Khazard, if he is very, very strong, Khazard won't die in the formations. That's the problem we actually ran into last time, guys, is Khazard wasn't dying in formations, which of course can be very, very tedious when you're trying to get through these stages, because Khazard with the dodge isn't dying in formations. Now this formation, of course, a little bit more difficult to get through, guys. As much as I like the Thorin cheese, trying to get through Wukong is kind of like trying to get through Flora. So within here, guys, you have to have that first ult to bring Wukong together, and then you have to have that second ult to actually kill Wukong the second time, to take the actual Wukong out. So again, this is going to be some of the RNG factor for this one, guys. And we know that the Thorin factor is very, very RNG. But even here, guys, if we can get up Solas's little flower to provide us some more damage in here, makes a big difference. Makes a real big difference, because again, Thorin really reliant on taking out that, or absorbing all of that damage in here, guys. We'll give it 1 or 2 more shots, and then we'll see exactly what we can do in the formation. Thorin can get it done, guys. He's doing double retaliation. We know the damage is there. Again, just got to get to the RNG factor, making sure he doesn't get stunned in here by Scrag, and he takes enough damage to do the retaliation very, very successful. Oh, we got Khazard up. Just got to get that second ult in there. All right, guys, so after an incredible amount of attempts, we could not even get this to work. I'm going to give it 1 more shot, guys, as our final last-minute push to try to get this one done, guys, and then we're just going to call it for tonight. Thorin cheese, unfortunately, not finding the love tonight, guys. Got very, very close on a couple of occasions, but unfortunately did not get it done, so it will stay at 46-48. So definitely making some more progression in here, guys. Picking up some diamonds out of there, which I absolutely love. We're at 14,000. We have been pushing the progression within the campaign. We have also been pushing a lot of progression when it comes to the King's Tower. So we've been farming a lot of levels in here. We're at 1228 right now. Again, making a lot of progression in the King's Tower. It takes a long time because we do have 3 stages in here, but getting a lot of diamonds that we're farming out of there. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.